back to Rock Security. My name is Roxana and I will be bringing you today another episode of personal security. Today we're gonna talk about emails. We're gonna talk about what sort of attacks you might encounter, best practices around emails, spam, and many other things. So let's get into it. When it comes to emails, most of the email security is done in the background by email providers such as Yahoo, Apple, Google. The most popular email addresses are either Gmail accounts or Yahoo accounts, and most of the security is done in the background by them. But when it comes to the whole email security, the responsibility falls onto both parties, because there's no point of you having a very strong email etiquette and a very strong password, which I've talked about my password in my previous email. I'm gonna link it up down below or up here. But there's no point of you securing your email if the company that you have the email with doesn't secure properly the emails. So it's a very much of a responsibility. When it comes to emails, as a company, they do have to abide to certain regulations, but as individuals, it's a bit harder to do that. Sorry about the noise. My neighbor has decided to build up his house, technically in the past 2 weeks. So I apologize. Anyway, and today we're gonna talk about your responsibility part and what you have to be aware of and what you have to do when it comes to your personal emails. First, to begin with, what sort of attacks you might encounter when it comes to your emails? The most common attacks that you might encounter is phishing, ransomware, or any sort of email compromise. When it comes to phishing, the official definition of phishing is: phishing is cybercrime in which a target or targets are contacted by email, telephone, or text message by someone posing as a legitimate institution to lure individuals into providing sensitive data such as personal identifiable information, banking and credit card details, and passwords. It's very important not to fall victim of these people, because they are trying to scam people into it, and I'm gonna make a video about the difference between scam and phishing and how they interlink and not with each other. But it is very, very important to be aware of these type of emails. And as a recommended advice, I would say please do these things. First of all, have very strong passwords when it comes to your emails, because if your email gets compromised, it is very easy for the attacker to impersonate you and to get a lot of information out of you, including bank details and so on. So have a very strong password. Second of all, when you get a phishing email, please, actually, when you get any email, do double check the sender. If the sender is unknown or looks a bit dodgy, please do not click on any links or attachment or anything that's in the email. You can read it, that's absolutely fine, but do report it. If the phishing email comes to one of your company emails, report it to your IT department. And if it doesn't, just mark it as spam and tell people around you, make everybody aware of it, and don't fall, please do not fall victim into it. As I mentioned in my previous video, which is linked down below, it is very important to have a very strong password. Please do not share this type of password with anybody. One, and two, do not use the same password for all your emails accounts. I have number of email account, so please don't Don't use the same password for every single email account, and don't share that password with anyone, and use a very, very strong password. When it comes to email etiquette, most of us have a company email and a personal email. And a lot of working professionals are blurring the line between personal emails and private and company emails. I would recommend not to share any personal information when it comes to your private company email. And the other way around, do not share any company information or any company and sensitive data on your personal email. It is very important to have that distinction, because it is very the security behind every single company is very different. And one, and two, everything that you say within the company email does not get immediately deleted. A lot of companies have backup policies, including your emails, and even if you erase it, that email still exists in the database for quite a while, before it's actually removed for good. So do not say anything that might compromise yourself or your job or any other of one of your colleagues into an email, and do not get personal. If you want to get personal with people, even if you work with them, if you want to email them, do email them on their personal email and have those type of conversation outside of your office or in your leisure time or from your personal devices. It is okay to send certain things like, haha, look at this GIF, and so on. I've done it before, but it is not okay to share private information on a company email, one, and two, and the other way around. You might compromise yourself, and there have been people who have been fired because they've been either chit-chatting with their work friends, or they've been talking bad about a certain person, and those things a lot of the times get flagged into the IT department, and you don't want to be the person who gets fired because they wrote a bad email. So do keep your personal feelings about people personally, and don't necessarily mix one with the other one. Just stay safe, keep your job. Another thing that I would recommend when it comes to your security email, securing your email, is use when possible multi-factor authentication. It is way harder to break a multi-factor authentication protected account than it is to break into an account that only has a password to it. So do implement it. I know it's a bit more struggle, but as I said in my previous video, security is very much of a balance between being fully secure and being convenient with our devices. So do implement those type of things, especially with email accounts that you have very sensitive data going through them, or with accounts that and when possible, because I know that not all websites and not all companies offer multi-factor authentication. It's a bit harder to implement as well from a technical point of view, but do use it. If it's available for you, please do use it. Take advantage of it, because it is very, very, very important. Another thing that is extremely important, and as I mentioned in my previous video, do not use public Wi-Fi for anything that includes personal or company sensitive information. And when I mean sensitive information, passwords and accounts are very much sensitive information. So do not use public Wi-Fi. I will explain you in a later video what's that scary with public Wi-Fi, but for now, believe me, don't use it. You are in a high risk. Just connecting to the public Starbucks Wi-Fi might put you in danger to lose money, really a lot of money. So don't use public Wi-Fi. I'm begging you, please, please, please don't do it. Another thing is, as I explained about phishing emails and so on, do be in the lookout for phishing emails. Especially now that most of the world is staying at home, it is very important to stay safe online because we communicate with each other through our devices and so on. So it is very important to stay safe online. And emails, more and more phishing emails have been popping up, being a bit like more and more clever. And I'm gonna make a specific video when it comes to phishing emails, but I'll put an example out here, which is technically Amazon contacting me because I've done a wrong purchase, or I've purchased something, or my account. This email says that my account has been compromised, and I need to re-verify my Prime account because otherwise it's gonna be closed. Putting out there, I don't have an Amazon Prime account. So it went to the wrong person to begin with. 1 and 2, you can see a lot of spelling mistakes. The email address does not come from Amazon, even though it has the word Amazon in it. It's not at amazon.com or amazon.co.uk or any sort of simple Amazon dot something. So please do be on the lookout for these type of emails because it is very important to stay safe out there. And another thing that I would like to say to everyone, do take care of your seniors. I do understand that, especially now that all of us have to use technology to communicate with each other, seniors are more vulnerable at these type of things. So when possible, do take care of your seniors. Do inform your grandmothers, your mums, your dads, not to click on things, not to be scared of these type of things because they're not real, and the only thing that they're looking for is to take your money. So do take care of your family. If you can, do take care of your family and do keep your family informed because it is very important to protect ourselves, and in general it is very important to stay safe out there on the internet. And scammers are becoming a bit smarter and smarter now, so do be on the lookout and do as much research as possible and inform your family of these type of scams. Talking about phishing emails, the way that you can technically identify an email being fishy is, as I said, coming from an unofficial email address or unknown email address, and they are requesting some sort of personal information. If it's password, email addresses like actual local, like where you live, credit card information. They request some sort of a payment in any shape or form. There are people who ask for Amazon vouchers. Please do not do that. Don't buy Amazon vouchers for scammers. They're making plenty of money, and the wording behind it is extremely urgent, in the sense of, it says if you don't do this in the next 24 hours, your account might be closed. I challenge you to wait that 24 hours. And if your account is being closed, contact the official support. Don't call them. Contact the official support and see what's happening. Because for the most part, I'm telling you, 99% of the time, you will be fine after that 24 hour and nobody did anything. So if you get an email that's a bit suspicious, for example from Amazon, those are the most common right now, log into your Amazon account, and if you want to talk to a person, talk with one of their people through your Amazon account. You can contact support and ask, and they're gonna say it's fine, nothing's wrong, because they won't ask you for any passwords, for any credit card information, for anything like that. This is another thing that I would like to emphasize. People that work for the legitimate call centers or anything that's support for the customer. They won't ask you for any credit card information, for any pins, any passwords, anything that like that. They will probably ask you for your address, for your email address. That is fine, it is part of their verification process, but they will never ask you for a password or a credit or any sort of card information. Do not give them because you're scammed. You will be scammed out of money. Putting into that, my next video is gonna be on scams, so we're gonna talk about that next time. So this is it for me today. Thank you for watching. Again, stay safe, protect yourself and protect your devices, and stay safe online. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment below if you have any other video suggestions, or let's talk about your personal email security. Let's form another conversation down in the comments. It's fun out here, promise you. So please do like, subscribe and give everybody a thumbs up because they're staying safe online. And follow me on Instagram. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.